Okay. Hello, everyone. I am trying to set things up so we can officially get started. We're running a couple of minutes behind. So I'm okay. So I'm still working with Facebook. Hopefully we're gonna get this going very soon. They've changed things around. That's a problem. They shouldn't be doing that. Okay. Yeah, it's ready. Not now. Camera. Here we go. Alrighty. So hopefully. Okay, this is where the problem is. Okay, so we're gonna get started in just a couple of minutes until I just need to get this going for Facebook as well. And we'll get started. So we're not gonna need much more for today, not even a mat because we're gonna be standing mostly. So that's gonna be, I think that's gonna be a little bit easier for everyone to be able to participate with not too much equipment needed. So basically you just need yourselves. And yes, I want to leave the page. Thank you very much for waiting. Just wait just a little bit more, just a little bit more, and we're gonna get there. A little bit more, and we're gonna get there. They change things around. That's why they shouldn't be changing things around. I hate it when they do that. You've got to be kidding. You've got to be kidding. Okay. Alrighty. This is crazy. Craziness. Alright, so let's see. Almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Okay. We are actually very close. Okay, we're getting a presidential alert. Uh, there we go. Get this out of the way. And we're almost ready to go. I just need to get Facebook to go, actually. Or not. Maybe I won't get Facebook to go. That is another possibility. Who knows? I got it. Okay. This is it. Oof. Took me like 20 minutes or something. All right. Okay, here we go. Dismiss. Try live producer. No, I don't want to go. Try live producer. There we go. Okay, we are ready to go. So let's make this bigger. Hello, everyone. So I have YouTube on this side and Facebook on that side, so I'm gonna try and play with this. So if you are new to this, I apologize. I am like 8 minutes late trying to figure out how Facebook is working. So going live. What we're gonna be working on today is balance. And if you read the little tiny inscription at the bottom of the invite, we're going to be working in balance in 3 ways. So balance and being static, meaning not moving. Balance and movement, so you're staying, you are static, you're not moving, but something else is moving on, some part of your body is moving. and then balance and motion. So just a few quick words on why we have been working, we're going to be working in this way, because it is different. We need to understand that balance has to do with many different things. Are we balancing the masses, or are we balancing the forces? So that's the idea, because you will be able, you can be static, but you're not necessarily balanced. So let's see how, so we're gonna, that's the reason why we separated these things. And it's kind of different when you are trying to be balanced while in motion instead of just holding a specific position. All of these things are very important and they are very useful in different ways and different aspects. So I just want to give you many different options so you have an idea of how your body can move and where it can go. And you have different tools that you can use and pull out of your back pocket if you need to. So we're not going to need anything else. People who have been on YouTube already know that, but we're not going to need anything else for today. We're just going to need ourselves. So let's get started. So we're going to start standing, and I'm going to find a good spot so people from the different places, meaning YouTube and Facebook, can see me. YouTubers probably cannot see me here, but maybe like so. Take things out of the way. Alrighty. Oh, perfect. There we go. Push you back a little bit, you guys. Okay, so let's get started in this way. Feel the different masses that you have: your head, your sternum, and your hips. So 3 masses, one on top of the other. And take a few moments just standing here. I'm going to be changing positions to balance these masses out. You can close your eyes if you like to. We're just going to be a few moments here. Try to see if you have any bad habits. Maybe you're holding here. Try not to hold. Try to find a good spot where you can be relaxed but balanced. Try different positions. If you sit further back, if you sit further to the front, maybe rocking from side to side. I'm going to take 2 breaths here, 2 more breaths. Good, and if you got it, move over to one foot and take the other one up, off, and hold. And try to find that same comfort that you've had before with 2 feet on the ground. So balance and being static. Nothing is supposed to move. Change feet. Stay with your breath. Try to notice what adjustments you need to make. Do you need to be more forward? Do you need to be more back? What's happening? Pay attention. And change again. We're just warming up to the idea of what we're going to be working on. There's going to be more stuff, more active stuff coming. And change again. Just a turn. so I can see you guys a little bit better. So we're being static. Our point is to be balanced and no movement. And I have to get rid of my hands. So one more time for each leg. Doesn't matter how high you bring it. And change. And you will notice there is a little bit of movement even in this static position. Keep that in mind. And release. Good. Now we're going to do something. Bring that leg back up. And maybe push yourself back here. If you're tilting the hips forward, if you're sending your body back. So notice this is a static position, but are we balancing the forces? Question mark. And come back in. Notice how much more effort this required compared to this position, and repeat. So you can be static, but you're not balanced. Okay, let's do the same thing, taking the leg to the side. So out on the side, holding your position. So these things can turn into a step, right? And just hold. Doesn't matter how high the leg is. Not important. Maybe it's all the way down to the ground. Doesn't matter. Notice how your body wants to adapt. And bring it in and change sides. I'm just changing angles so you can see from different angles. If you're getting warmer, that's great. And change sides. Great way to check is if you can freely breathe, then you're doing good. And change sides. Whoop, haha. And change sides. Just turning this way so I can see you a little bit better. Try to keep everything else relaxed. And change sides. Good. And change sides. And we're going to do this again, what we did at the front. Lift that leg up to the side and see how you can change this shape. So you're still static, but you're pushing your body to the limits. And come back. Whew. And take it out. really push it. You're still static, but you're fighting for it. And release. Last time, take it to the back. Again, doesn't matter how far up it is. Not important. This will turn to your back step, right? And change size. You'll start to notice the good spots that you find in your feet, that sweet spot where you can keep everything steady. And change size. Notice how your knee aligns with your hip and then aligns with your ankle to help you out. Ooh. And change sides. Let one breath go. And change sides. One last time. Here we go. Notice how everything else aligns so you can be comfortably in this static position. Oops. Here, notice I didn't turn for this one. There we go. And change sides. And change sides. Here we go. And now push things away. I don't know how you're going to do it, but I'm proposing this. So you're still static, but you're pushing your way to the edge. Maybe expanding, maybe going up. Oh, okay, so quick chat. All right, so here's the thing. So the idea behind all this, you could see some patterns like the last one, this one. You could see how this can turn into movement and how sometimes efficiency just cannot be part of the equation. That's what I mean to say. So you might want to work on the muscle and therefore you want to put some pressure on it, or you want a certain result. So you want to, like creating a very dramatic boleo, that you want to push yourself to that edge. So we're trying to find those different options of being balanced in terms of balancing the force and balancing the mass and balancing the energy needed, and then how you push that all the way to the edge and see what you come up with. So let's go. We're going to add some motion. So we're still holding, we're not moving in space, but we're moving around that one point of balance. Okay, here we go. Just one quick thing. This is what happens when you go live. Sorry guys, I need to adjust you. So one quick second and we're gonna be back on track. There we go. I think this might be slightly better. So slightly better position to give me a little bit more space. Okay, here it goes. I think this is a little bit better, giving me a little bit more space. let's see how it works. Yeah. Okay, so let's start with that same exercise. And yeah, sort of, maybe. Here we go. Now I need to adjust you guys, sorry. There we go. That's much better. Okay, so let's start with that same exercise, only we're gonna add movement to it. So find that position, take some time. Remember balancing the three masses, hips, main body, head. Make your way over to one foot. Bring one leg up. And small movement, tap and lift. Nice and easy. So nothing else moves. I mean, we're not taking a step, but we're just isolating that movement of the leg. Try to find a spot where you don't need, so not wasting too much energy, just like the examples we did before. 2 more. Last one. And change sides. Change over. Allow for your body to adjust here. Lift. Find a spot that you're not wasting energy and go. Doesn't matter how high you go, not important. You can hold on to something if that becomes too much. Last 2. Last one. Change sides. Here we go. One more time, going forward. Go up. Up. So you should be feeling that you're not putting too much effort into this. That's how this should feel. So not too much work. It is work, but not too much work. Whoops, haha, don't fall like me. Last one, change sides. Up, up. Good, for 4 more, for 3 more, for 2 more. Last one. And switch. One quick adjustment for Facebook viewers. Here we go. Back. Just a little bit down. You don't really need my feet, but this looks much better. Here we go. Take it out to the side. Up and tap. Up and tap. Doesn't matter how high up you go. You will notice that if you want to go higher, then the body will have to adjust, right? That's okay. You can go ahead and do that. If you stay low, there's still adjustment, but it's smaller, more gentle. Last one. And change sides. Just so you can see from this angle. So if you want to go higher, you let the body change a bit. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Change sides. Say we're going to the back. Yeah, good. You project back, same to a step, and you go up. Watch out for this. Oh, good. If you want to go higher, past this point, you bend. Okay? You don't need to. Four more. Good. And change sides. This way. There. Up we go. Remember to manage the height so you're not using too much effort. Four more. 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. Here we go. So now we're not going straight, we're going across. Yep. Still staying over this axis. Good. We're doing okay. 2 more. Last one. Release. Just changing sides. So notice. Try to find it in your body how this all happens instead of, you see? Too much energy lost for nothing. Good. I think I did 5. Good. Change. Let's do it one more time. Forward boleos. Instead of holding everything square, like this, so there's a little bit of an adjustment for the body. 4 more. 2 more. Good. Change feet. And this comes from some help in the hips. So it's an effortless torsion. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Same thing to the back. So notice this. This is the opposite torsion, matched with a twist in the upper body, a little bit of a bend, because if you don't bend, you're going to be falling. Mm-hmm. 2 more. Good. Change feet. Okay. So if we try the trick we tried before, not balancing the forces, what happens here? Sometimes we try to keep this square, right? So much work and there's no energy in the leg. We also try not to bend. Again, you will feel that there is some extra muscle work involved. Whoop. Too much excitement. 4, 3, 2, and one. We're going to put the two together, then we take a quick break. Here we go. One front, one back. One front, one back. I love for the body to help you out. Whoops. Two more. Change feet. Here we go. Front, back. Okay. Back, front, back, front, back, front, back. And one side might be doing better than the other. Absolutely normal. Back, front, back, front, back, front, back. One more. Front, back, front, back, front, back. Last one. Front, back. Okay. Let's catch a quick break. If you need some water, go grab some water. Absolutely. Okay. So the idea is, and we're going to put this into motion. So that's why I wanted us to quickly chat. So the idea is, when we are, so if you actually try to keep everything square, you would have felt that things are starting to work in different ways. Like you would have felt the core muscles coming into the game, for example. And maybe that is something that you need if you want the core muscles to get stronger. So it might be, what I'm trying to say is that option might be needed somewhere. The question is, do we need it when we're dancing tango? So that's always what we want to put as a question mark. Do I need to put extra effort into X if I can do it in this other way, that I can save energy, be more efficient in my movement? So that's the thought behind it. And especially when we're having to do with something that is always required every step that we take. And that's exactly what we're going to be working on right at this moment. So finding that next step and establishing that balance every step that we take. Then we're going to take it up to ochos and boleos, as you might have realized from the introductory exercises. So if you feeling good, let's go. Let's see if you guys have enough battery. Yes, you do. Yes, we do. Alrighty, we're good to go. Okay, so let's see, somewhere where hopefully everyone sees me. So let's start this way. Can people see my feet? Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna drop you guys just a tiny little bit so you can see my feet, just for this one, then I'm gonna adjust you. Okay. So we're going to be starting from this way, good. 1 foot, step, swing, step. So I want you to see how you're balancing this, the forces through, how you're balancing these three masses as we step. So let's try what we've been told. We've been told, generally speaking, not just tango, we stand up straight. And we step. So try a couple of steps like this. Really straight, just go from side to side, very gently. all straight knees, looking nice and proud. Okay. Shake it off. Shake it off, shake it off. And now let's try this. Balance these three masses. You're probably going to look something like this. So no squeezing. Shift over. Lift. Step. Do this a couple of times, which is exactly the exercises we did before, only combined. Step. So only forward steps for now. Notice the adjustments that your body makes for this to happen. Notice that here you're probably a little bit lifted on this side. Try to go slow. And avoid being stuck in between. We talked about this last week. Avoid this, being stuck in between the 2 feet. When you make the decision to step, step. So we're more on 1 foot than on 2 feet. See how it's this exercise, right? So see the twist, little side bends here and there. This way. Just turning different ways so you can see me better. So notice how this is much more effortless compared to holding everything in place. Last time, here we go. Last time, forward walks. Okay, let's now go to the side, so side to side. Side to side is a little bit more difficult because we have the tendency, let's look at our tendencies. Tendencies are this: toes square, knees out, squeeze everything all around and go over, right? So let's try this for a couple of minutes. And this is what I was talking about. This is the end result. If you want an end result that looks like this is the way to do it. Okay? Notice that you're putting more effort into this. And let's now find a way to balance that energy that we're spending. Ooh. Shake it off a bit. Balance the masses. Shift over. You're probably going to lift up a little bit. Find this position when you change. So notice there is a little bit of a twist. There is a little bit of a bend. And try to feel that you're a little bit more full, more expanding, instead of holding. So more out instead of in, more out. Good. And let's change this to back steps. So I'm just going to turn this way. Back steps. Exactly the same as the front steps. Here we go. A little bit up, a little bent. Let me turn this way. So, duck, duck, duck. The idea is exactly like this exercise that we were talking about before. Sorry, I'm going to move over. This one, remember when I told you if you want to go higher, you reach forward with the body and with the knee. Same goes here. When you're here, if you want to reach deeper, you have to counterbalance it. Okay? Here we go. Find this position. Oops. Notice the twist. Notice the side bend. You don't need to pivot. I only pivot so you can see my feet. We're going to do a couple more here. So let's try the opposite. Looking for that end result. We're prompted to be somewhere out here, already forward. Usually knees are straight, or depending on the style, your knees might be bent like this. Body in this position. And you step, right? So let's try this out. Let's go back to the opposite. Oops. Let things go. Notice that you might have been holding your breath. Okay. When you're ready, let's go. 2 more. Okay, so quick break, then we're gonna get back to it. So back to recap, back to almost the beginning of this session. The idea is you have to notice what you need while you are in motion. So I was showing you and asking you to actually give it a go. Nothing will happen. Give it a go to these the patterns that we have been taught over our different tango classes, to try these patterns, to see how the end result is achieved. So you might have noticed that you're using more muscle compared to what we tried afterwards. If you are looking, and that's what I want to note, there is no necessarily right and wrong. It depends on what you are looking for. So if you are looking for that specific look, that specific end result, then this is the way that you have to go. You have to use the muscle appropriately to be able to create that end result. And that's what you have to do. So yes, it will feel that you're putting, now if you're trying both, it will feel that you're putting more work, because it is actually more work compared to working in looking for efficiency in your movement, so to save energy. So not because, oh, I'm saving energy, that's the only thing you have to do, that's the only right way. There are many right ways, it just depends on how you define right. So one of the reasons I wanted to do this practice was to give you guys options. Let's put all of it together. You can put heels on or you don't have to. I'm gonna keep my heels off. The reason being is that because I see in both chat that there are also some leaders and some non-tango viewers. Hooray! Thank you very much for joining. So I'm gonna keep my heels off just so you can, feel, so for everyone to feel comfortable. Followers or leaders practicing on heels, go for it. So, okay, here we go. We're gonna put everything together, and I'm gonna need to plug this in, and then we can put everything together before technology fails us. Okay. Perfect. We're doing good. Alrighty. That's it. Okie dokes. So with the help of an artificial friend or not, absolutely up to you, we're going to start from this. We're going to start from side steps. Start from side steps. And notice all these movements, little movements that your body is making, little twists, little adjustments. Just notice for now. Try not to be stuck in the middle. Commit to that step. So you spend more time on one foot than on 2 feet. Just switching my angle so you can see me better. So a little bit lifted, a little bit twisted. Up. Notice how the hips adjust. And you can play with this movement a little bit if you want, to notice all the changes. Good. just going to turn back to you. And I want us to focus on the hip. And this little figure 8 that it's doing. Relax your arms. The swing in your arms is evidence of that. And let's see if we can take it. One side only. Notice that the hips will do this. Make it a little bit bigger and you do a pivot. If you relax your arms, evidence of the twist. Two more. Last one. Good. We do the same thing over on the other side. Whoops. Commit to the step, but don't commit to this end here. Not committing, we're ready to reverse. Ready, up, to reverse. And you'll notice the more torsion you create with the hips, the bigger the twist, and the more energy that free leg will have. Last one. Good. Let's go back to the other side. Let's add a forward ole. If you want to do this with an artificial partner, you can change in this way. So now the hips, then moves into the leg, right? Again, not committing to the end, not committing to this. You're ready to go back. Two more here. Whoops. Last one. Change sides. Oops. Change sides. So you're ready to get into it, and you're ready to come out of it. Yeah? Last one. Good. Let's take a moment. Take a moment, come here, come to a stance. And just turn the hips. We're going to go into back. I just want us to take some time to absorb this information. So, start this torsion from the hips. It's exactly what we were working on. Notice how it travels up, if you let it, and how it goes into the arms, right? Okay. So shake it off here. Shake it off, shake it off. Let it come all the way up. Okay. Ready to start again? Here we go. Side to side. We're going to be doing a back pivot. So look for that opportune moment. If we want to re-examine the end results that we usually work for, would look like this, right? Nothing will happen. I invite you to try this out. So more upright, more squeezing and holding in. Very square, or trying to be square. Okay? Now let it go. Let's go back to this idea of balancing the masses. And looking for that energy efficiency. Remember, there is no right and wrong. I just want you to try something different for today. Okay. Are we ready to add that pivot? Just one side. So look how this now, which this moment becomes this. Yeah? Step. Notice how the body counterbalances the action. Notice how the twist is already there in your simple side step. That's why we're keeping one side pivot free. It's not that we're square here. Not square. One more for this side. Good. Good. Change sides. From time to time, you can go back to holding everything, see how things feel, right? If this is what you're used to, give it a try and then go back to this. Good. Two more. Last one. Fantastic. Go back to adding a little flick. One side, only one side. Oh. Remember when we were working on this, just the bolero? Now we're balancing through movement. So here, 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 here. Always being prepared for the next step. Oops. Keep going. Not committing to the end like this. Not committing to the end. Ready to go back? 2 more. Last one. Good. Change sides. Oh. Overexcitement. Here we go. Right? You can go slow. Let the arms free. You're practicing on your own now. Believe me, it doesn't mean you're going to be dancing like this. Don't worry. You just notice how the body finds different ways to help you out. Two more. Last one. Good. Go back to your side step. Calm things down. Okay. Check with everything from head to toe. Take a pause. Relax here. Maybe close your eyes. We're going to do exactly what we did in the beginning. Just letting the body be. Adjust the base if you need to. I feel like I need to. Reach up. And thank you very much for practicing with me. So, okay. How do we do? Good? Sort of good? Maybe okay? So, I see more people have joined. I don't know if you were over on YouTube and then you came here or vice versa, but it's great to see that you guys are here. It was quite interesting having 2 monitors on both sides. I'm gonna be putting all of this together for you and sending it out through Bautanz.com. So if you are not a subscriber, do subscribe. I'm going to be putting extra goodies. Some of the extra goodies, I'm going to give you a spoiler right now. So some of the extra goodies would be talking about that concept of balance. So balancing the mass, balancing the forces, balancing the energy. So exactly what we have been working on today. And how we experience balance somehow differently when we are in a static position, how it's different and how it is possible not to be balanced but to be static. you can try these things out for yourself. And I know some of you were having trouble, so I'm going to give you some extra things that we talked about in the beginning. So try things out to notice how this is different than this. Okay? You can see the difference, I am sure. That's why I exaggerated. In both cases, we are static. We're not moving. But are we in both cases balanced? So this is the question mark. So you can work through these different things, through the different poses that you might have, through the different exercises if you're doing like fitness, through the different rules if you're practicing tango, all of these things with this idea in mind. It doesn't apply only to tango. So those are things that we're going to discuss. Then when you are balancing over one point, but something else is moving, how do we find support from the body, from the rest of the body? And is that support always wanted? So this is something we also talked about. Maybe if we want to strengthen some muscle, if we want to be working on something like if we're working on core, maybe you want to put that extra work in. So maybe you do not want all that extra help and efficiency. Or if that's not your case and there is no need for that extra work, then maybe you need to explore different option. And then balance through movement is something that I think applies to everything, tango or not tango, because we're moving hopefully in our everyday lives. So try to see where, and this is an extra thing for specifically maybe for dancers, but again, no, actually, I'm thinking back. Maybe even if you're doing any other sort of fitness, again, it depends on the result that you want at the end. If you're looking for a specific style, if you're looking to work on a specific muscle group, if you're looking to strengthen something, maybe the efficiency is not something you need to focus on, especially if you're looking at the end result in terms of style. So because different styles have their different rules, so you need to examine the rules first, and then you can take that to the next level. But if that is not the case, and your primary goal is efficiency and balancing the forces, then this is a different option that we explored today. So all of these things are going to be put in a nice tight email, and I'm going to send them out to you and you. So I hope to see you there. Send me questions. And hi Jill, it was really nice to move with you as well. And it was nice to really move with all of you. Send me your questions either here on Facebook or chrisa.assis at bautanz.com. And it will be lovely to hear back from you. Thank you. Stay safe and take good care. There we go.